How's it going, fellas? Back again with another edition of Athletes Hub podcast, and I think we're just going to react to the games in Premier League this weekend. I think we've got to start with, here with TT as always, and Jay as well. Going to air their views. I know TT doesn't look very happy today, but we'll get to that soon. But I think we've got to start with the most recent game we watched, and that was Chelsea against Man City, 3-0 win at the Bridge, and it seems as if now we're looking at, we actually spoke about this, Jay, before we came on, and it seems like City are actually getting back to their best now. And we spoke about the game next week against Arsenal and what that means for the title race. What's your thoughts on City's 3-0 victory against Chelsea?
It's a big turning point. The fact that, as you said, they've got Man City, they're currently 6 points behind. If they get the next 3 points against Arsenal, that's 3 points. The title race is back in for City, so it's a big turnaround for them. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they can get that result against Arsenal next week.
TC, do you think City will beat Arsenal next week? I mean, that's a big game coming up.
Most definitely. I think City's going to do the job, yes.
Yeah. Do you think, I don't know, I know we spoke a couple of months ago, you predicted Arsenal to, as they say in the UK, to bottle it, right? To bottle the title race. Do you still think that that's going to be the case? Because they've still got a lead, 6 points, but that's still a decent lead. If they go to the Etihad and don't lose that game, they're still in a good position to win the Premier League. But do you feel like with City's turning form, do you feel like it's going to go one way and they're going to beat Arsenal and eventually win the Premier League?
Definitely. What I'm seeing is Arsenal's issue is going to be not just City, it's going to be with Crystal Palace as well. Crystal Palace is in form. Yes. So
Palace lost against Newcastle today, didn't they?
They did. Yes.
Yeah.
Did they? No, they won against Newcastle.
Yes. Oh, sorry, you're right. Yeah, that's right. Yes, they won 2-1. Yeah,
so
they won 2-1.
They are up on their trajectory, and what they're going to do is City is going to bamboozle because they smell blood now. Yes, they smell blood. They're going to bamboozle Arsenal, and Crystal Palace is also going to do a good job. I foresee that coming. Arsenal's best bet is to try and win all the games that are left, but they're not going to be able to do it with City and then Crystal Palace in there. I don't think they'll be able to.
Do you think, I don't know what you think, Jay, but because me and Flexx have had a lot of debate about this, and I don't think, as much as City are doing well right now, they've turned around their fortunes in terms of their form, right? Particularly in the Carabao Cup final, they destroyed Liverpool. And in the second half against Chelsea, they were very, very good. They literally, when they scored the first goal, they dismantled Chelsea. But something tells me, because City have had an issue when it comes to consistency throughout the season, the games you expect them to beat, they've not been able to do it. And I'm just thinking, are they really going to win every game now from now to the end of the season? They might be Arsenal next week, but it's against the lesser sides that they've struggled against this season. As much as Titi said against Arsenal, they might not win all their games. With City, can we really be convinced they're going to win every game from now to the end of the season?
There's potential. They've got the winners in that side. They've still got Haaland who can get them goals. They've got Nico O'Reilly coming through, scoring the goals as well. And the fact that as well they've got a game in hand, so it is really going to be tight to push it. But as I say, City have got the winners, whereas Arsenal at the moment they haven't got that. Well, again, they've got the injuries that are coming through their team, which could cause them that slip up, lose them the title.
Which team has more injuries than Tottenham? If that's the excuse, I said, which team has more injuries than Tottenham? Tottenham has the most injuries.
No, I agree. Listen,
we support another one.
You're right.
I don't know what is going on.
Yeah. I mean, I think with Arsenal, and you're right, I don't think the injuries are an excuse, because we've spoken about previously earlier in the season where we said that Arteta's got a very good squad here now, a squad that he's assembled. In every position, they've got at least 2 or 3 options, right? So I don't think the injuries are a massive excuse for them. Of course, it plays a part, like it does for every team. But I don't know, it just feels as if with Arsenal now, for whatever reason, they've just not been able to, I guess, I don't know what's gone wrong for Arsenal in the last few matches. Again, they beat Sporting Lisbon in midweek. We've just about got the line against them. But against Bournemouth, against Southampton in the FA Cup, and obviously in the Carabao Cup, they've just not been able to kind of get a grip of. Because the thing about it, when you're in April now, right, this is where you're meant to be getting results. You're meant to be picking up form. City have turned the corner in the crucial part of the season. Arsenal are losing games. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not sure why that's happening. I don't know. Do you both think there's a scenario that Arsenal don't win any trophies this season? I find that hard to believe, but do you think there'll be a scenario that they don't win the Premier League or Champions League this season?
Me personally, I can't see him winning the Champions League. That's a definite no-go for me. But Premier League, as I say, there's still a fighting chance in it. But yeah, again, with City having the champions actually in the team that have won the Premier League before, there is a chance that they can go no trophies this season, even though they've dominated so well up until now.
So yeah, what about you, TT?
So when we started, they said we wanted what? 4 trophies, right?
Quadruple, yeah.
They're down to what? 2 now.
Yeah.
And even with the 2, one is not foreseeable. Like the Champions League, I don't think they'll hit the final, because if Lisbon doesn't beat them on Wednesday, PSG is in the future waiting for them. Like PSG is going to beat them one way or the other. Bayern is waiting. Like it's like that. They're not going to be able to win the Champions League. They're out of the Champions League. That's a done deal. But with what City is doing down to, I wish they will be able to secure the win past Arsenal. Yes.
Yeah. I think City will beat them next week. I think the way that they're playing, and again, as you said, TT, they're smelling blood right now.
Yeah.
And this is the perfect chance at home as well. And they've beaten them before in the Carabao Cup final, so they've got that psychological edge over Arsenal that they've beaten them when it matters. And Arsenal's biggest problem has always been in the moments that matter, but the crucial parts, that's where they seem to fold for some reason. But like I said before, City are playing phenomenal football right now. Semenyo has been brilliant. Gahey, signing, I think he signed what for £30 million, I think, in January. So he's been a steal. Like, he's been absolutely phenomenal at Man City. Again, Rodri's come back to his best. Cherki, very, very good player. Doku scored today as well. So, yeah, City, again, in the second half, they destroyed Chelsea, and I think that Arsenal should be very worried. And they have to remember, City have got a whole week now to prepare, and Arsenal have got the game against Sporting throughout the week, and that might play a part in their preparation. Will they get injuries again? So there's a lot to think about from Arsenal's perspective. But yeah, listen, the title race is back on, and it's going to be interesting to see how that develops, to be honest. But yeah, listen, Titi, we've got to move on to Tottenham. A new manager, Roberto De Zerbi, taking charge of Tottenham, but it's still the same odd results. Another loss against Sunderland away from home today. Yeah, what did you make of the result? What did you make of the performance?
It was abysmal. There was no. I didn't see them force. I didn't see them do anything trying to win a game. Like it was like, what are they doing? What are they trying to achieve? I don't see them. I don't see the zeal in them.
I think low confidence. They haven't won a game this year.
And some of the changes that the coach did as well, it was questionable. When he took out, he brought Sarr in before he brought Xavi Simons. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that change. Like, fine, Sarr is a good player. He'll bring in the legs, like he'll bring in the power at some point, but he wouldn't create any chances.
Yeah.
I
think he's just trying to change. He's trying to change. I think when you're in that situation, he's just trying to find something to kind of get the team going again.
Maybe. Trying to find something, bring somebody who is positive, like somebody who is going to attack the defense of your opponent. Not somebody who's going to.
The whole team's low on confidence, though.
But I was not impressed with his first game. To be frank, I didn't like his changes. I didn't like his approach to the game. It was like he went there to defend a little bit before he wanted to do a break on them, and that didn't work.
But we look at Jay. I mean, look, we speak about Tottenham, and look, they haven't won a game this year. We're in almost middle of April now, and Tottenham haven't won a Premier League game this year. That is, when you think about that statistic, right? That is shocking. Really, it's embarrassing for a club of Tottenham size to be in that position. And TT mentioned about De Zerbi, his first game, not really making positive changes. But I don't know, what did you make of it? Because I think Tottenham, I think the players do care. Right? I just don't think they're good enough. I think they've low on confidence. They've not won a game this year. So you've had Thomas Frank, he had his issues. Igor Tudor left, and now you've got Roberto De Zerbi. Like, I don't think you're going to expect to see a sudden change. I think he probably has to adapt his approach and make it a bit more simple for the players. But I mean, Jay, what's your thoughts on De Zerbi's appointment? And do you think Tottenham will stay up? And listen, they're one of the favourites, probably the favourite to go down. But do you think they'll stay up?
Well, when I read the team sheet, to be fair, I was actually quite surprised of the fact that you put on so many. Well, they put on the three strikers: Solanke, Richarlison, Colin Moani, Bergvall. Had those kind of striker players that could have come on and made an impact. But yeah, when 1-0 down, well, out of the 5 substitutions, 3 of them, you got Danso come on, Paulinia, Sarr. The defense players that, as TT said, they're not going to come in and go and score a goal. You needed them kind of players coming on from the bench to make that impact instead of kind of the other way around. Him coming in at this point, yes, I can understand that Tottenham need that manager to be there, but if they're already going down, the question is he going to stay there if they do go down? Because he's signed a 5-year contract, and if I can remember correctly, he's going to be one of the most paid managers in the Premier League.
I think he's the 3rd highest paid Premier League manager.
Yes, I saw that too. Yes,
yeah.
12 million. Is it 12 million pounds or something a year?
Yeah, but you have to remember as well, the reason why he's there is because Tottenham they've got to bring in someone. They've got to bring in someone the fans will get behind and someone who the fans will see as a positive appointment. Plus, Tottenham are not in a position to negotiate with managers. They need someone to come in and try and rescue them from that position. And he's probably think, well, he knows he's not worth 12 million. Listen, De Zerbi's not the 3rd best manager in the Premier League, right? But he's going to negotiate that because it's an opportunity for him to do so and make a lot of money. And also Spurs need a manager like him to try and rescue it. But yeah, I don't know, TC, man. It feels like when you look at Tottenham now, it feels like they're going to go down because there's just no fight in there. There's no. If you've not won a Premier League game in the calendar year so far, that's very, very worrying, to be honest.
True. Yes, that's very worrying. But still, I'm still a Tottenham fan. I'm not going to say that we're going to go down. I still have the hope that we're going to stay up. How I can't tell, because with what I saw today, I don't have any I still have the hope that we're going to do something, but the actualities are not there, and the injuries are kicking into. We lost Romero today too.
Yeah.
The way he was crying, I think he knows he's not going to make it to the World Cup. That's why he was crying,
Yeah.
But the injuries are not an excuse this time around. The players are not pulling up their weight. Basic, yes.
Yeah.
But then, TT, do you think that De Zerbi was a right appointment? The fact he's not, his previous jobs, he's only been there 2 years maximum. And as I say, he signed a 5-year contract. Do you think he's going to last more than 2 years, or do you think he's going to?
Number one, I want us to stay up. If we stay up, I want them to give him enough time to build a good team. If that's their plan, fine. But if there is just a quick fix for we just survive and then they bring somebody else, then what was the use then? Because we're going to go back to the same flop place, and there should be a focus in this team. I saw them in the stands, and they look very confused. The manager, the chair, the Veneer guy, and the other guy, they look very, very confused.
Yeah.
No, I don't see the vision for this team now.
I think they'll keep him. I think if he does keep Spurs up, right, I think he's an ideal coach for what Tottenham want to have going forward. I think he's a very expensive manager and a coach in terms of the way that he plays his football. He's played a very attractive style of football at Marseille and also at Brighton previously. So I think he's probably the ideal coach for Tottenham going forward if he's to keep them up. But again, as Jay said, his record isn't very good at clubs he's been at. He's not been there for a very long time, and he's on a 5-year contract. I mean, Conte was on a similar contract, I think, at Tottenham. I might be wrong. And Italians have a very short fuse. When they're frustrated, they let you know that they're frustrated. So it will be interesting to see how he gets on at Spurs, to be fair. But yeah, if you have to place a bet on someone to get relegated, you'd probably say Spurs because, again, they've got Brighton at home. You've got Brighton at home next week. But Tottenham can't win at home. So, that's again, it's worrying from that. Do you know, TC, do you think they'll get a result against Brighton next week, or?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so. Yes. Yes. I still have hope. Now it's my hope talking, not my my footballing antics talking.
It's your heart talking, not your head.
My heart talking. Yes.
Yeah, it's heart talking, not his head. Well, look, another team that's fighting relegation but did very well on Friday is West Ham. Jay, obviously, 4-0 victory against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and I was speaking before the game and saying that they had to win that game against Wolves, and obviously Wolves are pretty much down and out. They're going to get relegated, but they're also going to cause teams problems, right? Because they've got nothing to play for, and they're going to play with freedom. But no, West Ham were very good against Wolves, to be fair. What did you make of the result and the performance?
I think the first half, Wolves were really compact, and it was 1-0 as going into half time. But when that second half come in, it was a different West Ham team that come out. The fact that we scored another 3, but if I remember correctly, Somerville had a basically open goal because Jose Sarr was way out of his goal. Castellanos just missed from the post, so it could have been 5-0, 6-0. It could have been a bit more of a killing. But the fact that we got the 3 points out of the relegation zone now is positive signs for West Ham.
Yeah, I mean, I remember saying to you as well in our last sort of catch up. I think West Ham I think they're going to stay up because they've got, again, West Ham have not been great all season, but it seems as if they've got a bit of a backbone. Somerville has been very, very good, as you mentioned. Souček has also popped up when he needs to. Disasi's been a very good sign for West Ham on loan at the back. And Juve has come back from the African Cup and slotted in perfectly. And Jared Bowen as well has been he's been a talisman. He hasn't been great all season, but it feels like now we're starting to see the old, like, Jared Bowen. What have you made of him so far? And also, do you think he should start for England as well?
He's from the start of the season when we was playing like Chelsea, got absolutely slaughtered, to the way he's playing now. It's night and day. They've turned that since the FA Cup game back in January. They've turned something switched. I don't know what it is, but something's gone right. And as you said, Somerville, he's playing absolutely amazing. Diassi coming in, got a centre structure at the moment. Mateus sitting in the middle. We're getting that rotation. It's looking really, really good. For his England chances, yes, he'll be definitely on the plane. Would he be starting? There's questions.
Why not? Look at the options England have in that position. I think with Bowen, he's always, again, he's known for that goal against, who did they play in the Conference League for when they won 1-0? I think he scored the winner. Was it Florentina? I might be wrong.
I think it was Florentina. Yeah.
Bowen's been, again, he's got something different. He's great on a transition. He can come on when the game's late. He can stretch defenders. He can run. So I think it's a very good option for England. And again, you're looking at the positions they've got. Foden's not doing well at the moment. Cole Palmer, is he going to start? So I think Bowen's got a shout in terms of starting in the World Cup, to be honest.
But then
Jay, we still have a game with you guys.
Yeah, it's still got the game. But as I say, again, the way that Tottenham have been playing, it's been, I think, again, we could come in and just...
Well, I think you've already played against each other twice this season.
No, I think there's one more game.
Are you sure? Because I know you played twice, yeah.
It's over?
Yeah. Because you guys, I think Tottenham beat West Ham 3-0, I think. I might be wrong at the start of the season.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got Palace, Everton, Brentford, Arsenal, Newcastle and Leeds left.
Okay. Yeah, TT wishes he had a game against West Ham.
3 points. 3 points ham. 3 points ham.
3 points ham. Yeah. But imagine that. Imagine if Tottenham do get relegated this season. Then, like, how are you going to feel though? Like, what's your reaction going to be?
Life goes on. But
could you imagine watching Tottenham in the Championship?
I've not thought about it yet, but if it happens, life goes on.
Yeah. Because in the Championship, I think it's like 40, is there 40 plus games in the Championship? 45 maybe?
They have 24 teams in there, so
and potentially you can have, if in the playoffs, you play more games at the end of the season as well. But I think they've changed the rule around that. But yeah, imagine Tottenham, like, you guys will have the best stadium in the Championship if that happened.
Mm-hmm. True. We have the best stadium in Europe, right?
Yeah, 100%. Tottenham Stadium is beautiful. I've not been there, but people have been there, so it's
So
fantastic.
if the best stadium is in Europe is playing in the UK, and it's playing in the Championship, it's going to be the best stadium in the Championship too.
100%. You're going to be going to places like Millwall and Lincoln City, and what's the other teams in the Championship? Oxford United and stuff.
You've got Leicester still down there, and
yeah.
Grimsby Town.
Honestly, trust me. But going Championship it's difficult because again, in that league it's a fight. It's not the Premier League is a top, it's a top quality, right? But Championship, as much as there's quality teams and good players, it's all about fighting. You're playing every week, twice a week. Like, it's not easy. And I think people feel like if Tottenham was to get relegated, they'll come straight back up again. I don't think that's the case. I think you have to get players who are going to be willing to fight in that league and get you back up again. It's not going to be a foregone conclusion that Spurs will come up again if they get relegated. I think it'll be difficult.
Also, how many of those players are going to want to stick around? Because again, if they want to
the players will stick around. If Tottenham get relegated, a lot of Tisha, I'm sure you know that if you do get relegated, a lot of players are leaving the club. They're not going to. So Tottenham will have to change their transfer strategy. Then they have to get players in there who are going to be willing to fight, or maybe change the identity of players. Because you look at the likes of Xavi Simons, he's not playing in the Championship. Solanke's not going to play in the Championship. Mwani's not going to play there. So the profile of player will have to change in the Championship.
That's true. Yes, that's very true.
I can't imagine watching Tottenham in the Championship. That's got to be.
I've not thought about it. No, I don't want to put my mind to it. Yes.
Yeah.
I still see either Nottingham Forest, West Ham, or Leeds. One of them is going to go down. At the moment, I don't see West Ham going down. I think Nottingham Forest and Leeds. One of them looks like it.
Yeah.
Yes, because we are going to win some games. We are going to win some of our games coming up. And if we win some of our games coming up, what?
Yeah, listen, I think really, again, you're right. I don't think it's going to be a case of Tottenham at the moment. You can't see where they're going to get the next victory from, but there'll be a twist and turns. In football's funny. I think Tottenham will win a game nobody expects them to win. That might be against Brighton. It might be against Everton on the last day.
They got Wolves the week after as well, so there's a potential that they could do something there.
Is that away from home?
That's away, yeah.
Away.
So there's a chance.
Wolves are taking points off Arsenal. They're taking points off. They beat West Ham as well. So Wolves going away. It's not going to. I think they drew against Liverpool as well. Or they beat Liverpool. I might be wrong.
I think it was draw if I can remember.
What I see now in the EPL, it's not a done deal for nobody. Like you go into every game like you go into the final. Like you have to play your heart out. Yes. And that we are not doing that. So that's why we are seeing such results. And there are numerous things I can say about my team that will be like, they may sound like excuses, but these things are real. How come we've not had a penalty the whole season?
Well, I know, but that's not the reason why you're in a situation you're in now, though, is it?
Look at the Kolomwani situation today. It was a clear penalty.
I think Brobby should. I do think Brobby should have been sent off for the push against Romero. I think that was dangerous.
That was not even a push. It was a stamp on his leg.
Yeah. Listen, I get where you're coming from.
And then there's another one too that on Kolomwani, the player that did it. Yes, that was a clear penalty. I don't know why they don't want to give any penalties to Tottenham. What is the problem? The PGM has an issue.
I don't think they've got an issue.
That aside, the players are not playing good as well. So
yeah, again, I think it's a lack of confidence. I think again, you've had 3 coaches in one season. It's going to have its effect. But yeah, I think it remains to be seen what happens with Tottenham and West Ham. But I think just like the title race, I think it's going to go down to the very last day. To be honest, I think there'll be a few more twists and turns in there. But yeah, I think it remains to be seen how that goes. But listen, fellas, we'll leave it here for today. Thanks for dropping on, TT.
Last comment. Chelsea did a good job today. They helped my sorrowness to become happiness because City clinched a step further to alienating Arsenal. So
yeah, well, I think City again. You're right. I think Flexx is definitely feeling a bit happy and sad at the same time because his team got battered. But again, as you said, they've helped City in their quest to become champions. But again, this won't mean anything if City don't win next week. City have to win next week, and if they win next week, then this result again in perspective looks fantastic. But if they go in,
I'll send you a screenshot of something from a Chelsea fan that was sent to me today.
Okay, I know
they
what
are happy. Yeah. Chelsea fans are happy this is happening.
Yeah. No, it's right. But again, City have to win next week. If they don't beat Arsenal next week, then it doesn't mean anything.
Okay, I told, as I said earlier, down to.
I think they'll beat Arsenal next week.
Not a done deal anywhere, but I foresee somebody being thrashed next week. Yes.
What's your prediction, Jay, for the game next week? City, Arsenal.
I'm going to say 2-1 Man City.
2-1 Man City. And your prediction is TT for that game?
2-0 Man City.
2-0 Man City. Okay, yeah, I think City will win. I think they'll win 3-1. Okay. But yeah, that game's going to be very good. But yeah, fellas, we'll leave it here for today. Thanks again for jumping on this. And guys, as well, you can always follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and X as well. And of course, please do drop a like on the video and do subscribe if you haven't done so already. Guys, it's been good. And everyone else, we'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you.